The Razer Viper Ultimate has been one of the most popular wireless gaming mouse for a couple of years now, until several alternatives popped up on the market. Today we'll check out the 5 reasons why you should still get this gaming mouse this 2024. And 5 reasons that may deter you from buying it. First is its build, but to be specific, the shape. The ambidextrous shape of this mouse is perfect for both left and right hand users, with both sides having programmable buttons. Being a right-handed user, you'd think that the buttons on the right side would be useless. For years, I used these buttons as my volume up and down back when I didn't have a keyboard that has a knob or a scroll wheel. It's up to you how you want these buttons to work, which you can modify in the Razer Synapse software. It's also great for both palm and claw grip users, although through the years of using this thing, the rubber grips have faded but are still usable, for me at least. Second one would be the cool RGB at the center. The Viper V2 Pro no longer has RGB to reduce weight, but for the Viper Ultimate's lightweight, I'm surprised they were still able to fit an RGB feature, even if it's just a logo. I know it'll be covered by your hand when playing anyway, but it still looks aesthetically pleasing, especially when you're playing a Razer integrated game where your Razer peripherals change colors depending on what's happening on your game. Yes, even the charging dock. Speaking of the charging dock, depending on your purchased bundle, it's possible to have the Razer Viper Ultimate with a charging dock included. Unfortunately for me, the charging dock has stopped working a long time ago. There's a way to clean it to have it working again, but I didn't want to bother, so I just removed it completely. Although, yeah, it could add extra aesthetic to your desk. It also turns red when your mouse is running out of battery, which is a pretty cool way to know the Viper Ultimate's battery level. It has a sticky surface underneath for grip, which mine is dirty now, and you can change the color of the glow in their software too. It's easier to get the version with a charging dock now since the price has gone down, and that's our 4th reason, the price. Since it's an older model, it's much cheaper now and is on sale often. In my country, it could go as low as 4,000 pesos, which is around some American dollars. Compared to the current expensive mouse market with stripped down features to reduce weight for the competitive experience. And since we're on the topic of competitive gameplay, the 5th reason is performance. Even with the latest lighter gaming mice that's been released recently, this still is a relatively light gaming mouse that can keep up with most of the new releases out there. I don't think the weight of this mouse would hinder you from gaming anyway. Remember, it's not the car, but the driver, or however the quote goes. You can have the lightest of the light gaming mouse out there, but if you suck at FPS games, sadly, no gaming mouse will change that, regardless of the weight or features. So yeah, for 2024, this mouse is still a great option, especially if you still want a light gaming mouse that has a bit of an RGB to it. Regardless of what the cool people say, I still find RGB awesome on a gaming mice. I didn't experience any problems with this mouse ever since I bought it almost 4 years ago. No disconnecting or double clicking issues. That says a lot already about this mouse. Anyways, now let's talk about the 5 downsides of the Viper Ultimate for a 2024 gaming mouse. First is the battery. Compared to the latest gaming mice that usually lasts a week, the Viper Ultimate can last less than half of that. 3 days to be precise, with static RGB on in everyday use. I haven't tried turning the RGB off, but I'm sure that will conserve some battery. If 3 days is enough for you, then this shouldn't be much of a problem, and sadly, it still uses the outdated micro USB. You can also just leave it at the charging dock if you're going to be AFK for a while. That is, if the charging dock will cooperate. Whoa! Second are the grips. Most modern gaming mice today don't come with pre-installed grips, but some offer a set of rubber grips that you can apply yourself. Yes! After a good 4 years, the grip of my Viper Ultimate is, see it for yourself. I'm not sure if there's a replacement grip for sale, but the faded grips didn't bother me much and also didn't stop me from making kids cry online. The rubber on the scroll wheel is a bit faded too, but still works perfectly. The third one is the shape. I know, confusing. The low profile of the Viper Ultimate has many benefits and a bit of a downside too. It can get painful after long hours of use. Even with my Carpio 2.0, I wouldn't recommend it as a mouse to main for work, but I did that for a long time. To avoid wrist strains, I take breaks and stretch my hands a bit. I also used a Basilisk Hyperspeed for quite some time, which is more ergonomic. The 4th one is there are just better alternatives for almost the same price, or even lower. There are several non-mainstream gaming mice out there that sell for around the same price with lighter weight and a modern charging cable. But unless you're a Razer fanboy like me, you won't bother looking at any other brands. Also, Razer has the best switches right now which other smaller brands can compete. Lastly is the weight. Some try-hard FPS gamers out there would now consider this mouse as heavy. But to be fair, after using the Death Adder V3 Pro, the Viper Ultimate does feel a bit heavy. But like I said, it's not the car, it's the driver. I'm sure some Asian dude somewhere is flicking headshots with a much heavier mouse than the Viper Ultimate. In conclusion, if you're thinking of buying this mouse this 2024, consider these reasons. Do you like Razer? Do you like the shape and design of the Viper Ultimate? But, and a huge but with RGB, are you a fan of the charging dock? And remember, the Viper Ultimate is much more affordable now. If not, then just get a different gaming mouse from a different brand. Just remember that Razer probably has the best switches on the market right now, and I'm speaking from experience. So are you buying one? Let me know in the comment section below and don't forget to subscribe, I guess. Thanks for watching.